Hello, my friend. I'm the Hunter here with another video tutorial using only free plugins. This time around, we are returning to this series where I am using Reaper, and this tutorial is mostly for beginners. Let me know if you are down here in the chat, in the comments. I'm gonna be using Reaper as the DAW. This is part 8. In the earlier parts, I started building a song from scratch. I just recently at that time started using Reaper, and this is number 8 of this series. I am gonna leave the link around here in the video description in case that you want to start the series. So everything will be organized for you in the video description. Also, I have all of the links for the free plugins that I am using to produce, record, and mix this track and finalize this track. I am using drums, guitars, amplifiers, equalizers, things like that. So I am leaving you everything down below in the description. So 1 year ago, approximately, I started using Reaper. I went to this DAW after 10 years almost of using Cubase. I have 1 year using Reaper now. I am not a beginner. I am not an expert by any means, but I know some stuff already. I can navigate better in the DAW, and I want to show you in this video how to start and mix these tracks that I recorded last year. I am gonna explain about the static mix. I'm gonna explain about mixing in mono, things like that. So I have some people here in the chat. Greetings to everyone, and thanks a lot. As usual, I am gonna talk in Spanish in the next video later this day. So let's go back here. Let's move on to Reaper. I have here the tracks that I recorded: drums, bass, guitars, rhythm guitars, lead guitars, some screaming vocals, and some clean vocals as well. This is a metal track, by the way. The song is called Reaper. It had to be named like that, right? So yeah, let's listen to the track that I have here. I haven't moved anything. Let's just hit play.
It's coming for you. The war is coming from you. I am broken inside. Tomorrow is.
Alright, so that's what I did. It's a small track, like at the most 48 seconds. In the previous videos, I talked about organizing the tracks and all that. And in this video, I am gonna start mixing the song using balances and panning, right? So let's talk about the static mix approach and the mixing in mono. The static mix consists in having the tracks balanced and listen to the track as if they are mixed already, meaning only with balance, with volume and panning, without using any equalization, without using any effects. The song needs to sound good already. Okay, so we need to be very careful with balances, with volume. We need to put everything carefully, so that the song, imagine that you don't have effects, imagine that you don't have EQ, compression, and you're gonna just hear the song like that. What would be your decisions based on that? So in this video, I am gonna to very carefully balance the tracks only using volume and panning. And for that reason, I am gonna use also another tool, which is or another approach, mixing in mono. Sorry, where if you can hear the song well balanced in mono, you are gonna hear it better in stereo. So when you are in mono, everything is on top of each other, right? And balance wise, EQ wise, and dynamics wise. So if we can balance everything only using volume and mono, if the song is good in mono, the song will be better in stereo, right? So for this, one cool thing about Reaper is that it includes a mono button in the master channel. So in case that you don't know that, it's pretty simple. You access here in the view tab, you just put the master track. I really like this about Reaper, to have the master track here at the top. Of course, you can change this also here in the mixer. You can customize it to have the master track here on the left, like in this case, or have it on the right, or also have it as a floating mixer master, like that, right? But I am gonna use it here at the left, and I like to have the master track here at the top of all of the tracks. So the cool thing about Reaper is that you have this mono button here that immediately collapses the mix to mono, okay? But if you are not using Reaper, let's say, because all of these concepts apply to other DAWs about mixing in mono, about the static mix, I am gonna show you a plugin which is called Panipulator, which is free. I don't have it here. Panipulator. Yeah, here it is. So this plugin collapses the mixes to mono as well if you engage this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play the song. By the way, the best part of the song to start using valances and panning, it's the most busy part of the song, which could be the choruses. For instance, there are a lot of things going on in the choruses of the songs, so that would be a good part to start balancing the track. So here, for instance, in the last part of the song, you have a lot of instruments going on, all of the drums, the bass, the rhythm guitars. Also you have lead guitars, you have a solo here, which I am gonna move in later in this video. I am gonna try to rearrange the song using basic editing. So this part is very busy, so let's start there. And before using volume, before playing the song, let's start making some panning decisions. So for instance, I have the mixer. Let's figure out what we're going to do with the instruments in the stereo field, right? So for instance, the kick drum, it's in the center, the snare in the center, the hi-hats, I'm gonna use the hi-hat a little bit from the drummer's perspective. So I'm gonna pan it. This is the panning knob on the mixer. If you make this bigger, you can see the pan position here on every track, right? So let's pan the hi-hats a bit to the right. Where are the hi-hats? Okay, so this is the hi-hat, a bit, maybe 50% to the right. We have here then the tom 1. I am gonna use a tom 1. Oh, right. Well, this is a left drummer. Let's pan it a right-handed drummer. So the pan 1 would be a little bit also to the left, but I like to pan the toms 100%. So left, center, or right. So tom 2, let's leave it a bit to the left, and pan tom 3, let's pan it to the right. Then we have the tom 4. Okay, tom 4 also to the right. The tom 3, we have 4 toms here. So normally I pan 3 toms, but in this case I have 4 toms. Then we have the overheads, a couple of tracks. So one all the way to the left and another one all the way to the right. Then we have a stereo drums, right?
Yes.
Let's solo it. There you go. I had the manipulator on. It seems that these are backwards. Or not. Okay. Let's move back the pan positions. Okay, the bass guitar, it's in the center. Of course, always in the center. Then the guitar bass, it's in here I have a couple of guitars, rhythm guitars. So let's pan the guitars hard left and hard right. Like that. I think you guys need some more volume on your end. Okay. So, okay, let's check out the lead guitar. It's in the center. The screaming vocals, this is the lead vocal.
From within no love.
Then the clean vocals.
Looking inside.
The lead clean vocals, and we have some background vocals which I am gonna pan also hard left and hard right to support the lead vocal in the center, right? So let's check out these ones.
Looking inside.
Let's pan. This is a backing vocal. I'm gonna pan one left, one right.
Looking inside.
Yeah, to have that stereo filled up. And then these are clean vocals, I presume.
Hey, the
Where are those? Okay.
run within no. Get it.
Oh, these ones are these two.
Run within no.
Okay, so also those are panned hard right and hard left. So I have here the track now in stereo. I made some panning decisions.
Let's not looking inside.
Okay, so the song is in stereo now. Everything is placed as I want. Now let's start with balancing the volumes. So what I would do is I would put the song in mono, which it's engaged now, or using this mono button here on Reaper, but let's use the plugin for the moment. What I'm gonna do here in the mixer is I'm gonna lower. If you select all of the tracks at once, you can now low. I'm gonna low all of the volumes at 0. Every track, every individual track, not the buses, right? So every individual track. The buses are in yellow, as you can see. So all of the other tracks to 0. Then I am gonna play the song, play a loop, for instance in this part. And we are going to start balancing first the kick drum. Let's start with the drums. I always like to start with the kick drum. and you need to be in mono, right, for this. So you're gonna start to add things up to the mix in mono, and if you can hear everything well, when you put the mix to stereo, everything will sound better and more balanced. But of course, there are some careful decisions that we need to make here, some minor adjustments afterwards, but this is a pretty good start. So let's put the kick back up, and I am gonna aim here for like maybe minus 18 decibels, minus 20 decibels on the kick drum, and then everything will start to add up. Okay, so by the way, the song is in 120 PM. Let's turn off the metronome here on this button for the moment. Okay, so I have the levels here on the left. It's okay. All right, the snare. Okay, and one thing that I recommend you is to make some quick decisions here. Follow your instinct, follow your gut. Don't overthink things, right? Just do what you feel it's right for volume or panning wise. Then we have the hi-hat. It's in the other part of the song. Okay, we move on with the toms. Let's see where the toms are. So we have some hits here, and we are only using pretty much tom 1, 2, and 4. We are not using the number 3. But let's create quickly here a loop to balance the toms. Tom 1. You create the loop here, by the way. Tom 2. Okay. The toms needs to be heard in mono as well, right? The tom 3, it's not used in the song. Tom 4. All right. Then the overheads, I'm gonna crank these overheads together. So you select both of them, and I am moving the mouse wheel. Maybe they are a bit unbalanced, if you can see here the levels. And you can constantly check the mix in stereo as well. So pretty convenient to have here. I am looking for the overheads to be like at the same levels pretty much. Doesn't need to be exact, but in terms of how you hear them. Okay, let's leave them like that. And let's go back to mono. Okay. Let's start adding the bass guitar. Let's add the guitars. Let's go to the final part of the song here. The most busy part of the song. rhythm guitars. Make sure that you can hear, like, you don't lose some elements, right, when you're doing this. So for instance, the hi-hats, they might be pretty loud here because I have the hi-hats on the overhead, so maybe I don't need a lot of. Okay, let's lower them. Overheads can overpower your mix pretty quickly, or the hi-hats, I'm sorry. A lot of amateurs make this mistake and they leave the hi-hat very loud in the mix. Let's go back to the main part. One thing also very useful is to mute elements. If you notice that they went away, something is gone, you are probably in the right place to be. Right? So very noticeable when something is gone. Let's mute the overheads. Okay. Let's check it out in stereo. Guitars in the left and right are a bit tricky sometimes. Sometimes they need a bit more volume than you might that it might seem. Okay, let's move on with the vocals. Here in this part of the song we have the clean vocals. We're gonna move on with the screaming vocals later on. So
tomorrow is far away. The Reaper is here for you.
make sure to not lose the other instruments, right? Because if you overdo it,
Inside, tomorrow.
like in that case, you start to lose the snare, things like that. Alright, then the backing tracks, backing vocals, which are the last two tracks here. Let's put them back on. Oh, we need to be in mono. I'm gonna mute. Okay. We can hear. If you can hear the backing vocals with the vocals in mono, you're gonna hear them better in stereo, of course. More space for each one of them, right? Let's go back to stereo. And since they are backing vocals, they don't need to be very loud in the mix, right? Let's check out the main lead vocal track here. Screaming vocal in the verse. You could call it like that. By the way, I am gonna soon I am gonna get ready these tracks for you. I am gonna get ready. You're gonna be able to download this multi-tracks for free and also this template. All right. So more of that in some days. So this is the main screaming vocal.
Yo, it's not from the outside. Yeah, it's from within. I am broke.
of course, the vocals are gonna be very dynamic. There are gonna be peaks, right? There are gonna be valleys and peaks like that. There are gonna be very loud parts, and there are gonna be very quiet parts. But we're gonna control that later in the mix with compression, of course. But I'm just aiming to hear the vocals like in average, right? Of course, there are gonna be parts where the vocals get buried in the mix or something, but we are in the starting phase of the mixing. Let's put it back to stereo. Probably a bit more volume. Sometimes I tend to leave the drums a bit lower in the mix in this phase, so I think I need more volume in the drums. Let's check out the bass. Okay, I can hear the bass. I'm gonna I added a bit of volume to the overall drums. The hi-hat might seem a bit or the overheads. Oh, here's the hi-hat, very loud in the mix. Maybe I need to lower the overheads a bit. I think that's good. If we need to lower something more specific, we can use automation, right? Okay, so I think we are good to go with panning and balances. Oh, I need the guitar track, the lead guitar. I was leaving that behind. Here it is. Let's go back to mono. It's in the center competing with the vocals. Stereo. All right, and something that I came up with, it was that maybe I could make this track a bit longer and leaving this guitar solo that I have here for the last part of the song without vocals to be competing with, right? So I came up with the idea, so let's rearrange the song quickly here. What I can do is I can put the same chorus, all of the instruments from probably here to here, from the fill, this snare fill, probably here. No, from this kick hit. I can cut that part and maybe add it here at the last, right there. So and leave the vocals only in this part and move the guitar solo more ahead in the mix. So let's try that. I'm gonna select all of the drums, and with the letter S on your keyboard, you make the cut. So I am gonna just copy and paste. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna solo the drums. So here I can paste right in this beat. I can paste the drums. Let's see if it works. Oh, why it's not working here? Okay. Okay, they are crossfading. Yeah, I don't need that crossfade. Yeah. Since everything is in tempo with the song, you don't have problems to do things like this. Everything stays on tempo. So this final part will be repeated, but without the vocals. Let's do that with the bass and the guitars as well. Let's make a cut here. Okay, they are. And then let's paste, copy and paste. Let's see if it works here. This crossfade, it's not working. You need the click to be in that icon. Okay, let's check it out. Let's solo the bass bus and guitar bus. Okay, I think I need to move them a bit to the left. By the way, if you want to take out that snap or to the grid, you use this snap button and you can now move more freely the files. Let's see, check it out. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna move the guitar solo to the right. And the guitar solo, it's gonna be the main thing right there without vocals to be competing with. So let's unsolo everything. Okay. It's a bit behind. Oh. It feels a bit. Yeah. There we have it. So now the chorus is gonna be without lead guitar. Yeah. That's it. Everything is fitting, right? So yeah, there you have it, my friends. Those are the philosophies that I have here when it comes to starting the mix. I would like to know what you think about this approach, and also what are your comments on this. Abro, let's go. Saludos. Activa, greetings, my friend. Saludos. Reaper is really free. No, Reaper it's not free. I am using free plugins. That's what I meant. Reaper it's not free. It's $60 the license, and you have a free trial of 60 days, I believe. But no, I never said that Reaper was free. So yeah, there you go, my friends. That's the tutorial for today. I am really happy to be back with this series, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Thanks for your time, and I will see you very soon in the next one. All right, don't forget that I have some free stuff at the website that might be helpful for you. The guide on how to make more music, also the guide on how to mix a song using only free plugins as well, about productivity and more stuff. Also, I have some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, a drum sample pack, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next one. All right, take care.